He's being funny, isn't he? Playing with the leaves.
We're going to be washing the spinach now.
Yes, and at the same time, you're also getting your tomatoes, your onions, your habanero peppers, and your chili peppers blended.
Yeah.
Okay. Interview our new trained chef. So how do you feel about learning to cook?
Great, it's great and it's really interesting.
That's good. So if I tell you to cook the stew the next time,
yeah,
when this runs out, will you be able to cook it?
Yeah.
Unsupervised?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Good. Smashing. So you finished with the peppers. Let's see what they look like now. Okay, nicely done. All clean. So these are getting ready to what? Blend. Okay. So we're just going to have a look at the meat and see how we're doing.
A bit choky because of the pepper.
Bless me. Okay, put the lid of the pot down on the side. So guys, if you have a look at the meat, I did tell you that it will bring out its own water. So you can see that we've got a lot of water in the pot. Okay, so you need to give it a stir carefully. Don't burn yourself.
Make sure you wear a glove.
Yes, because these
some protective gear because this will burn. Trust me, I tried it before and it hurt.
Well, actually, not that it will burn. The problem is some of the pots, you see, like these ones,
are made of metal handles and can clip up too.
Yeah. So it's being a bit sciencey here now, talking about the conduction of heat. Okay. So let's stir that properly. So you need to stir it like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that it cooks evenly.
Yeah.
Do you want to hold on to the pot?
Okay.
Because I've got the camera in one hand. Okay. And we're going to cover it back again. And as you know, the steam is going to also help to cook the meat. The meat's open. It takes longer
to cook.
Guys, I'm getting famished with this teaching to cook, so I'm just going to make myself a green tea. It's quite healthy, and I've also got my freshly squeezed lemon in a bottle, which I will be adding to it as well. Okay, so back to the kitchen. So now you need to blend your chopped tomatoes, your chili peppers, and also your
habanero peppers.
Exactly. Right, so you're going to start off by cleaning off the top lid of your tomatoes. So why are you cleaning that?
To get rid of the dust, because if you open it, the dust will enter the tomatoes.
Okay. And as you know, they've been stored in the shops for quite a while, and when they come from the warehouses, they've been piled there for a donkey of months. Okay, so you want to get rid of that first layer of dust before you open. Now when you open, you need to, you've lifted off the little what's it called, this bit, I don't know what it's called anyway. So turn it around that way so that when you open, lift up, and then you've got that area where you need to press your thumb. So you're literally going like this, okay? One finger there, and your thumb there, and you're pulling back so you don't cut yourself, okay? Mind your fingers as you pull back. That's it. So that's how to do it, okay? Do you want to turn that, or do you want to open all of them?
All of them first.
Okay. Now mind the sharp edge of the cup, of the can. And do the same for the second one. You're doing very well at this cooking.
Yeah. Guys, since I don't have like long nails, yeah, I'm going to try it. Put a spoon to lift it up, so it will help me to open the can.
Okay, so now you need to bring off. I would take the whole thing off, okay, off the blender. So take this bit down. Okay, so let's move this backwards so you've got a bit more space. And you need to, why are you holding the lid in your hand? Put that one down so you've got a free hand. I'll hold on to that one.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, leave it there. So hold on to this and turn your, so you need to tilt it, if not there's going to be a splash. Okay, and turn your tomatoes into your blender. Okay, I'll do the second one.
No, the third one.
And the third one. Okay, so you can see you've still got loads of tomato in your can. Can we just have a look? Okay, loads of tomatoes in the can. So we're going to be adding a bit of water to give it a little rinse. Okay?
Okay.
So a little bit of water to give it a rinse. Okay. So swirl, yeah, give it a swirl, little bit of a swirl, and use that same water.
Once can.
Okay, so turn it into the other can and swirl it again. Now guys, why I'm using just the same amount of water in the 3 cans is, as you can see, the tomatoes already has a lot of liquid in them. So stew is normally, it depends on how you like it. I prefer my stew to be nice and dry, so not too runny. Have you done the last can?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, pour it in. So like I was saying guys, not too runny. So for it to be nice and thick, the lesser water you use, the better it is. Okay, so you need to add your chilies. So let's add half of that for the time being. Let's see. Okay, and then your habanero peppers, which you need, I think there's a green stalk on one of them.
Knock it off like this.
Yes. So guys, did you wash these ones?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so if you want to put them into your blender, 1, 2, 3.
There we go.
And also, you are still going to be adding your half onion. So if you slice that into 2, just down the middle.
Magically, I'm back guys, and I'm magically cutting.
Okay, there we are. So pop that in as well. Oh my god, can you imagine? Look, there's so much of my chili peppers here, which he was just going to throw in the bin. So guys, I'm just cutting off the remaining parts, which my son thought were not of any use. As he said to me, Mom, there's nothing left on it. But guys, look at that, that's a lot. Okay, so we're still gonna add that in. All right.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to add all that into the blender as well.
Now we're going to be blending the tomatoes. Yeah, the tomatoes, the onions and the peppers.
Okay, so if you want to switch it on.
Should that be enough?
No, you've not even done it yet. You still need to switch it on. Keep blending. Sorry guys, I had to use my hand to communicate with him. So you need to add the other parts, leftovers of the chili peppers. Okay. And you need to blend it to a smooth consistency. So some people like their stew a bit rough, so the tomatoes are not properly blended. That is also another stew recipe which will be coming up at some point in the future. But today's one is the goat stew with spinach. Yeah, so you're going to be adding the spinach into your stew. Okay. Right guys, so this is one of those lovely blenders, should I say. It's called the
Ninja blender, the superior blender.
Ninja. Okay, so it's a Ninja blender, and as you can see, you can do so many things with it. You can do it, make a puree, you can make your smoothies, you can mix your dough. Yeah guys, but this is not a sponsored video talking about the Nutri blender or doing a review on it, no. Okay guys, let's get back to it. So we're finished with the tomatoes, and he's just going to show you how smooth it looks. Okay, if you take that lid off, yeah, hold it that way and just dip your spoon into it. Okay guys, can you see that? Yeah, lovely. Okay, that's it, nicely blended. Hey guys, we're back again. Just had a quick break. How do you find it when you're filming your videos, guys? Is it as tedious as this? So guys, this is the meat boiling on fire. So you're going to be testing for salt and checking that you've got enough seasoning.
Yeah. Let's take one small piece.
No, you need to test for salt.
Oh, okay.
So what you need to do now is test the stock, not the water. It's called the stock.
Okay.
Okay. So make sure you blow it because it will be hot. So guys, this is the African style of testing. How does that test?
Let's see. It's salty and it's well seasoned.
So you're happy with that, yeah? Okay. So now you need to check that your meat is properly cooked, that it's not tough. Okay?
Okay.
So if you take a piece and put it onto your plate.
Guys.
And I'm just going to reduce the fire on the cooker. So we're going to put it on low heat now. And guys, by the way, I did add a little bit more water into the meat. I did that behind the camera, I forgot to tell you. Okay.
It's time to test it. So testing time, guys.
So you can see it's got a lot of muscle on the meat. Okay. So now you test the
meat.
Let's watch the testing scene.
It's very soft, guys, and really juicy and salty.
So you're happy? Right guys, so he deserves a round of applause because he has cooked the meat. So what's the next step? What are you going to be doing with your meat?
Oh, putting in the oven.
Okay.
So guys, we're about to check. Mom, why do we do this to dry the meat? I've seen people fry it on YouTube while watching videos with you. But why are we drying it?
So guys, do you know why we dry the meat? If you do know, can you leave us your answers down in the comment section? Let's have a discussion about why we dry the meat instead of frying it. So anyway guys, I dry my meat because, or oven grill my meat because it, well, is healthier, and we avoid using lots of oil. Okay, so I always prefer to dry or grill than fry. And like you said, a lot of people do still fry their meat. We will be using oil to fry our tomatoes, so we wouldn't want to be using a lot of oil to fry the meat and also fry the stew. Okay, does that give you an answer to your question? You happy with that? Yeah. Okay, so you need to put your oven on now. Always preheat your oven first of all. Okay, so put it on about 120 to 140 degrees. And we are using the oven assisted part of the oven. The fan assisted, sorry, part of the oven. You need to put your meat onto your oven tray.
We need to turn off the cooker, guys. Otherwise it'll still be hot.
Okay, so I'll take that pot out the way.
Okay.
This is what we're going to be using for the stew. Okay.
Now time to put the meat on the pan.
So I will give you a strainer spoon.
Okay.
Which will make it easier for you to get your meat out. Okay? So you'll be using that one.
Okay.
So lay your meat out nicely onto your oven tray, which you have already put your parchment paper onto. Okay?
Okay.
So you can pick up a couple at a time. Yeah, that's why you're using the strainer spoon.
Okay.
Because it strains out your stock. And guys, the stock is not going to be wasted. We will be pouring it into a sieve later on, and we'll also be using the stock for cooking our jollof rice. So guys, watch out for that video. This will be just a pure jollof rice, not with any coconut milk. So guys, as I said, we have already uploaded a video where we made coconut jollof rice. Okay, so you can go back into our videos and watch that. So guys, this is the meat. So once it gets dry, we will be getting rid of those big bones because it will be easier to take them off. Or actually, you can take them off now at the moment.
But won't it be hard?
If you hold on to that for me, let's see, it looks like it's properly stuck down. So guys, you see, we will be using a knife to cut around it and get rid of that bone. But some people will just, you know, dry the meat and pop it into their stew like that and eat around the meat from the bone. Okay guys, so we'll put that into the oven and we're going to allow it to dry. Okay, for about 30 minutes. But guys, we will continuously be checking on the meat. So now we're going to start with the tomatoes and we're going to start cooking the stew.
So guys, I've cut the onions. I've cut the onions beautifully.
Let's have a look at his onions,
which will be frying.
So there are the onions, guys. Okay.
But first, we'll need to put some vegetable oil into the pot.
Exactly. Okay, so if you want to put your pot on the fire, so you just need
to move the pot
your stock pot towards the back of your cooker.
Okay.
So put the pot on.
Okay. Now you pour the oil in.
No.
Okay.
So you need to put the pot on fire. So guys, sometimes because you've just washed the pot immediately, there might be some water, but at this time he has already dried out the pot with the kitchen towel, so that's nice and dry. Okay, so you can pour your oil into the pot.
Okay. Could you let me know when it's enough, please?
I'll do that. So now he's pouring in the oil into the pot. So guys, you don't want too much oil, that will be enough, because what you will find is that as you fry your tomatoes, as the tomatoes get dry, the tomatoes will bring out their own oil. Okay, so how do you know your oil is hot enough for use? Let's ask the cook, the chief chef. Let's see his face.
The wrinkles.
There he is. So how do we know?
The wrinkles will be going away. I mean, the ripples in the oil will slowly move away, and once there are no ripples in the oil, then the oil's hot.
Okay guys, so let's look at the oil and see the ripples. So can you see that, guys, the ripples in the oil? So they are heating up and the oil is separating. So like our chief chef cook said, once there are no more ripples in the oil, then you know that your oil is ready to be used. Right guys, there's a couple of more ripples still there. So you can try, just take one slice of your onion. We're just going to check, guys, that the oil is hot. Okay, so the onion is sizzling. Okay, so you pour your onions into the pot now. Have you got your spoon?
Okay. Sorry, that?
You can use the wooden one over here. Okay guys, so we're just going to pour the onions into the pot. And give it a stir. Okay guys, so we're going to allow it to fry just for about 2 minutes to bring out the flavor there, and then we're going to be pouring in the tomatoes. Okay guys, so just continuously stirring, and we're going to be adding the tomatoes.
And we'll be adding a bit of water for the remnant
to rinse out your
remaining tomato.
Your blender. Okay. So guys, this stew, I decided that I will teach him this method of cooking stew today. I did want to do the method where we dry the tomatoes first, but looking at the time factor, I've decided to do this method where we cook the tomatoes straight from the fire or on the fire and not dry the tomatoes first. Okay, so now if you want to add your seasoning.
Okay. So guys, we'll be using all our useful seasonings. So we'll be adding our mixed herbs.
Okay. So we've got mixed herbs there.
Curry
what else
powder.
are you using? Curry. We love a bit of curry.
Aroma.
What's that one?
Oh, aroma.
What's aroma?
It's a mixture of
So this is your bouillon powder.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the same as your bouillon stock, but in the powdered form.
And now, finally, the thyme.
Okay.
Thyme.
So guys, and you can also add some salt.
Okay.
So we're going to be using
Pink Himalayan salt.
pink Himalayan salt. So that's the salt. Okay. Okay guys, so we're adding pink Himalayan salt. So what's the next step?
Now,
With your stew on fire, what do you do next?
oh, now we do the spinach.
No. So we're going to allow your tomatoes to cook. Yes.
Okay.
So it's going to boil. And then when it has boiled together, you can taste for your seasoning, for your salt, to make sure it's just right, because you don't want it to be saltless and you don't want it to be over salty as well. So you're going to allow it to bring to a boil, and then you can taste for your seasoning. So at this point you can cover your pot halfway
Okay.
and allow it to fry. So guys, we don't cover the pot fully because you want to allow the
Water condensation to leave the pot.
which will enable the tomatoes to get dry. Okay, but this pot is quite good because you can see it has like a spout area, and it has like some holes on the side there, so even if you do cover it fully, it has room for the moisture to leave
the stew.
the tomatoes or your stew.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the stew on fire, and that's the meat in the oven. And now you need to prepare your
Spinach.